Welcome everyone back to our channel, and now I will talk about this issue. Please listen. Have you ever looked at yourself and not recognized the person looking back? Not because you didn't know it was you, but because you couldn't believe how much time, habit, and years of wear and tear have changed your body. Clothes that once fit snugly now feel too tight. Stairs that used to take a breath now leave your heart pounding halfway up. And the most heartbreaking thing is the feeling of helplessness. Many people don't say it, but body shame is a silent pain. They avoid mirrors, avoid other people's eyes, and sometimes avoid themselves. But behind the belly fat, behind the skyrocketing weight, is something even more terrifying. Disease creeping in. High blood pressure, diabetes, fatty liver, arthritis, difficulty sleeping, memory loss. And then the doctor says, you have to lose weight or else. But you know what? Easy to say. But how many times have you tried dieting? How many times have you gone for a walk for 3 days and then stopped? How many weight loss supplements, herbal teas, vibrators, waist trainers? And how many times have you been disappointed when the scale doesn't budge, or worse, creeps back up? But today, I want to tell you something else. Something that's cheap, natural, and almost forgotten. Celery juice. Sounds incredibly simple, right? A green vegetable that usually sits quietly in the corner of your refrigerator turns out to have an incredible power for your health, especially when you're in your 40s, 50s, or 70s. I'm not telling you to drink celery juice and everything will disappear overnight. No, it's not a miracle, but it's a start, a small step in the right direction. And sometimes, just changing one little thing every day, your life will never be the same again. Dr. Michael Greger, author of the best-selling book How Not to Die, once said, "Food is not just calories, it is information. It sends signals to every cell in your body." And celery juice, with its antioxidants, flavonoids, vitamin K, potassium, and the compound apigenin, is one such information-rich food. Did you know that just one glass of celery juice every morning can help balance blood pressure, something most seniors have trouble with? The phthalates in celery help dilate blood vessels, reduce tension on the walls, thereby naturally lowering blood pressure without causing fatigue like drugs. What's more, it also helps the liver function more effectively, an organ that plays a key role in metabolizing fat. Remember that heavy feeling after eating? It's like your body can't handle the meal you just ate. That's because your digestive enzymes and detoxification processes are slowing down. And here, celery comes into play again. It helps stimulate the production of bio and digestive enzymes, helping food to be metabolized faster and more easily. Not to mention, celery juice is very low in calories, but makes you feel fuller for longer. That means you can eat less without feeling hungry all day long, which is very important when it comes to weight control. And when you are no longer controlled by sugar and starch cravings, you will begin to regain control of your body. But don't just take my word for it. Listen to the story of Ms. Le Hang, 68 years old, living in Da Nang. She used to weigh nearly 78 kilograms, had high blood pressure, had trouble sleeping, had swollen knees, and often felt tired when she woke up in the morning. Her daughter, a pharmacist, advised her to try drinking celery juice every morning, just a small glass, before breakfast. At first, she laughed and said, "I'm old, vegetables can't save me." But she tried it anyway because her daughter insisted. After 2 weeks, she noticed that she was sleeping better. After 1 month, her blood pressure was more stable, and she started to reduce her blood pressure medication. And after 3 months, she lost 15 pounds, not because of a strict diet, but because her body gradually became smarter about processing food. "I didn't feel like I was on a diet," she says. "I just felt lighter." Do you see yourself in her story? The thing is, most older people think losing weight at this age is impossible. But that's a misconception. In fact, it's after 50 that your body responds more clearly to positive change because it's hungry for recovery. You just need to start with simple, gentle changes and stick with it. And I'm going to show you how to start right now, right at home, without expensive equipment or complicated recipes. Start with celery juice, but drink it the right way. Because if you drink it wrong, you will not get the full benefits, and it can even make your stomach more upset. Many people who hear about celery juice immediately think, "Oh, it must be bitter," or "What is the right way to drink it?" Or "Does drinking it every day affect the stomach?" Very practical questions and deserve to be answered carefully, especially if you are at an age where your stomach is no longer as strong as when you were 20 or 30 years old. So how to drink celery juice so that 12 health problems can really be relieved? The first and most important answer is drink it in the morning on an empty stomach before you eat anything. Why? Like that. Because at that time, your stomach has not been distracted by other foods. The anti-inflammatory, antioxidant substances in celery, such as apigenin, luteolin, will be absorbed more easily, directly affecting the digestive system, liver and blood vessels. Start with a small amount, especially if this is your first time trying. About 100 to 150 milliliters of pure celery juice is ideal. If you feel comfortable after a few days, you can gradually increase to about 150 milliliters. But do not rush. Your body needs time to adapt, especially when you are over 60 and your digestive system is not as strong as before. A common mistake is to mix celery with all kinds of other fruits to sweeten it, such as apples, pineapples, lemons, even honey. Although it sounds better, that is the main effect of celery. The natural sugar in fruit can cause insulin spikes, reduce liver cleansing effectiveness, and increase belly fat if used at the wrong time. So, for at least the first 7 to 14 days, use only fresh celery, no added sugar, no lemon, nothing. If you find the taste too strong, you can add a little filtered water or chill it after juicing, but do not heat it. High temperatures will destroy the sensitive enzymes and nutrients in celery. And you don't need an expensive juicer. Just a regular blender, add a little water, puree, and strain through a sieve or cheesecloth. You don't need to spend millions to get started. The important thing is not the equipment you use, but whether you are willing to start or not. Also, don't drink celery juice right after breakfast or lunch. Because your digestive system is busy processing your meal, you won't feel the benefits of that little glass of water. Some people also feel bloated and have indigestion when drinking celery after a meal, so remember, empty stomach, celery, then breakfast. Anything else to watch out for? Yes. Some people will find themselves urinating more often in the first few days. This isn't a bad side effect, it's a sign that your body is starting to detoxify, releasing excess water and salt, especially if you have a history of high blood pressure or swollen feet and hands. Take this as an internal cleansing process. Also, some people may experience mild diarrhea in the first 1 to 2 days. This is because celery has mild laxative properties, especially if you've been eating a lot of fried foods, not enough vegetables, or have chronic constipation. If this happens, don't panic. Reduce the amount of juice to 50 milliliters for a few days, then gradually increase it again. Another question I often hear from older people: how long does it take to see results? The answer is, it depends on your body, health status, and perseverance. For some people, after only 7 days, they will sleep better, feel lighter, and have more regular bowel movements. For others, it takes until the 3rd or 4th week for their blood pressure, blood lipids, and hunger to change significantly. But everyone agrees, if maintained, those changes are not just superficial, but a re-establishment of balance from within. You see, to lose weight or reverse obesity, it is not necessary to force yourself to go on a strict diet or work out hard. Just start with one right choice every day, like a glass of celery juice every morning, and you are gradually changing the direction of your whole body. You do not need to be 20 years younger, but you can live well into your 60s, 70s, even 80s, with a lighter body, deeper sleep, and a more confident gait. We often wait until the doctor gives us a warning before making changes, but you don't have to wait. You can start tomorrow morning, while you're still within reach. And if someone tells you drinking vegetable juice now won't make a difference, smile, because you know that small actions, repeated over and over again, can change a life. Remember how you felt the last time you stepped on the scale. That little beep was like a punch to your self-esteem. You looked at the number and thought, why is this happening? I'm not eating too much. I'm just getting older. But really, age isn't a sentence. It's just a signal to take better care of your body in a more appropriate way. And there's a little secret that nutritionists are increasingly talking about. Celery juice may not be a miracle cure, but it's pretty much a magic bullet for profound changes inside your body. Let me tell you about 12 health problems that many people have seen alleviate or even disappear after just a few weeks of drinking celery juice every morning. First up is high blood pressure, the silent killer. Research at the University of Illinois shows that apigenin in celery helps dilate blood vessels, increasing circulation and reducing stress on the heart. Seniors who consistently drink celery juice regularly for 3 to 4 weeks often report a 5 to 10 point drop in their blood pressure without changing anything else in their diet. Second, belly fat, the most dangerous fat. It surrounds the liver, kidneys and intestines, increasing your risk of diabetes and heart disease. Celery juice helps reduce insulin resistance by regulating blood sugar and helping the liver eliminate toxins, the key factors that stop your body from storing fat. Third, constipation and poor digestion, a common problem after age 50. Celery contains a special enzyme that naturally increases stomach acid secretion, improving digestion without medication. Many seniors who used to take laxatives no longer need to, with just a glass of celery juice every morning. Fourth, arthritis and knee pain. Celery has powerful anti-inflammatory properties thanks to the flavonoid compound luteolin. People with chronic joint pain, after 2 to 3 weeks of taking celery, describe the pain as soothing like a gentle breeze after a rainstorm. The fifth is poor sleep, waking up in the middle of the night, something that many people over 60 experience. The potassium and magnesium in celery help calm the nerves and reduce cortisol levels, the stress hormone, thereby improving deeper and more continuous sleep. The sixth is bad breath, a very delicate thing but often caused by poor liver function. Celery juice helps detoxify the liver, thereby improving body odor and breath without the need for mouthwash or breath fresheners. The seventh is dull, lifeless skin. After a few weeks of regular drinking, many people report that their skin becomes brighter, less wrinkled, and especially reduces age spots thanks to the antioxidant properties of the plant compounds in celery. Eighth is type 2 diabetes. Research from Harvard University shows that a diet rich in plant flavonoids, like those found in celery, improves insulin sensitivity and lowers HbA1c after 3 months. While celery juice is no substitute for medication, it is a powerful tool when it comes to naturally controlling blood sugar. Ninth is high cholesterol, a silent risk factor for heart disease. A study from the US National Institute of Nutrition found that just 2 stalks of celery a day can lower LDL bad cholesterol to safer levels in just 4 weeks. 10th is acid reflux, a common condition that many people have to take antacids every day. Celery has the ability to naturally neutralize acid, soothe the stomach lining and reduce heartburn symptoms after meals. 11th is memory loss and difficulty concentrating. Scientists have found that the apigenin in celery can promote the formation of new neurons in the hippocampus, the area that controls memory. People who drink celery regularly report that they remember directions better and have fewer forgetful thoughts. And finally, 12th is the feeling of losing faith in yourself. The feeling that you are too late, too old, too tired to change anything. But when you start each day with a healthy choice, you are slowly rebuilding your faith in yourself, quietly but deeply. Now you may be thinking, I've tried a lot of things. I'm not sure celery juice will make a difference. But let me remind you of something. No one gets healthy overnight, but anyone can start just one morning. We don't have to do everything perfectly. We just have to do one thing right and do it consistently. A glass of celery juice in the morning can be the first step to getting back to your true self, the version that is not painful, not tired, not frustrated, not giving up. You don't need to run 5 kilometers every day. You don't need to go on a strict diet. You just need to go to the kitchen, wash a few stalks of celery, squeeze the juice, drink it on an empty stomach, and watch the change. Not just in your weight, but in your confidence, vitality, and belief in yourself. You are watching the Dr. Walter Willett channel, where we don't just talk about living long, but living healthy, free and hopeful, whether you are 40, 60 or 80. If this video has helped you understand the power of celery juice, or simply makes you want to try it again, share it with a friend, a loved one, or even your doctor. Because sometimes, all it takes to change your life is just a sip of water at the right time. Start your morning with something small but meaningful. See you in the next video, where I will share how to cleanse your liver and reduce visceral fat using only natural foods. Wishing you good health, peace and confidence to move forward.